happy Tuesday evening, everybody. I hope everybody is here and ready to work. You know how I am on Tuesday nights. I'm like, let's get right into it. Let's get things done. So I'll have, we might do a would you rather later today. So let my guests introduce themselves. We'll go around clockwise to start. And then, yeah, well, also while everyone's introducing themselves, I'll say hi to people in the chat because we have quite a few people here, which is exciting. Morgan, you want to go ahead and kick it off and let everybody know who you are and where they can find you and the things you do?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Morgan Lee. I have a YouTube channel where I stream Monday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I have one book currently out right now, the first in a dark fantasy trilogy, with books 2 and 3 releasing here soon. And that is about it for right now.
Newsletter.
Oh, yeah. I do have a newsletter. I'm changing my release the day I send it out. So you haven't got one for October yet if you already are signed up. So if you're not signed up, just sign up so you can get October's newsletter. So yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tiffany, TLS Lifestyle on all the interwebs. I have a YouTube channel. I would love if you went over and subscribed. We do PJs and Scribbles every Thursday. It's a good time. We have lots of fun, lots of laughs. I also have a Kindle Vella called Come Find Her. It is lots of fun, maybe not lots of laughs, but it's a good time. You can go check that out, and then afterwards go over to my Ko-fi page and join my book club. Thanks.
And she has a podcast. I'm author JC Carpenter. I have a YouTube channel where I do vlogs, masterclass review videos, and I am also the self-published author of 2 books, The Diary Succession of Lies and The Art of Love Poetry Collection. I have a blog, an online magazine, an online store, and a Ko-fi page. I post videos on Mondays and Thursdays, and I live stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is me, Esther.
Hello, this is Esther Marie Dover. Channel is the same name. I am a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a hybrid author. I have a serial life story called Marina the Vampire available through Kindle Vella and memberships through Ko-fi and Patreon. And you guys just reminded me that I need to put music to the video that is supposed to release today. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that.
It happens.
That's what I'm gonna do in the first sprint.
Good plan, good plan. And I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. I stream every Tuesday at usually 7 p.m. So we have a good time and we get lots of work done. So first things first, let us say hi to everyone who has come in. I'm going to try and go through these really fast. Gwenna, our friend, stopped in with a virtual hug. She said she's going to start joining us in November, so I can't wait. Eva's here. Anna, hello. Jenna, hello. Thank you. Yes, Will for Loki. Michelle, hello. Thanks for joining us. Haley Marshall Wrights is here. Nick, hello. Hi, Jolie. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Nick says, welcome in, everyone. If you're new, thank you, Nick. Says, please hit the like and subscribe button. That is awesome. Thank you. Yes, Loki's awesome. He's sleeping. He started to wake up right when the music played, but he went right back to sleep. Jennifer Brown is here. Hello. Oh my gosh, y'all are so awesome. Thank you. Nick says, also please subscribe to everyone on the screen. Yes, and everybody should be linked below. I'm going to double check. I believe everyone is linked. If anyone's not linked, they will be linked. But follow and subscribe to everybody on here because they're all awesome. Hello, Cool Gamer. Good to see you. Savion. Hi, Victoria. Jennifer. Hello, KL. Good to see you. Oh, this has gotta love JC. Yes, you absolutely do. And Morgan, this is for you. Love the shirt. It is awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to try and get through these because we need to get to sprinting. And hello to Anarchy. Yes, yes, yes. Um, okay. And then got some people pulling double duty. Oh, here we go. Allie Daniel. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. We're going to jump right into some sprints. And this is hi to Esther and Nick. You guys are super cool. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. We're going to get started with a 25-minute sprint, and then we'll come back and we'll get some chatty chats done. But sometimes if we start chatting, like we'll be chatting for like 35 minutes, and then it's like, whoop, we
Where'd
should
the time
stop.
go?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, if we just jump right in, at least we know we got one down. And then we should sprint for a couple of hours. And then if everybody still wants to hang out when we hit the 9 o'clock hour, then we'll do kind of more of a write-in where we can chat if we want to, or write if you've done one of those work with me's. So, because I want to keep writing, but I also like to chat. So it's a little bit what we do backstage. So we'll do that maybe for a half an hour if people still want to stay on and stay chatting with each other. That way, people who want to keep working can keep working, but keep like spying on the chat and see if somebody has something to say.
Me and JC are loving that idea. Immediately we're like,
Yeah, I was about to say, how could you tell? I was really
Like, yes, a write-in. I love it. Yes, I like a good write-in too, because then you can talk when you want to. And then, nope, I got to stop talking and start. But you can still listen or peek at the chat and not feel guilty about it.
right.
When
Or
you're
go into
sprinting,
avatar mode and people think, crazy thoughts when you go into avatar mode. I'm like, no, I'm just
right,
still
like,
writing.
what's going on? Just going
Still
to have fun. All right. So we're going to start with the Loki timer. I'm giving you 5 minutes of distraction, and then the rest of the time you need to get some things done, whatever that is for you. Let
I
me
mean, if
find
you were
it.
giving us 5 minutes of distraction, it would be 30. But
JC,
yes, yes.
we'll do the rest 30 when we hit Tiffany's timer. Let everybody have a warm up. The warm up's supposed to be a little bit shorter than what the rest of the sprints are.
No, I get it. I'm just not used to this from you, Nia.
I know. Look at me trying to do things right. What is up with that? But yes.
Is there a right or wrong way?
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm procrastinating. I'm sorry.
I noticed that because I keep saying we're going to do this, and
There was your extra 5 minutes.
I know. Okay.
You know,
Now we are at the 10. 25 minutes. We were at the 10. Starting
Okay.
in 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting. All right, welcome back, guys. That sprint is done. Go ahead and let us know how you did.
So
I'm gonna
I'll start.
go ahead. I'm just really quick gonna pull up the Tiffany's timer because we're gonna use Tiffany's timer next. So go ahead while I'm doing that. You guys let us know how you did, and then we'll roll through some of these comics real quick.
When did Esther get over there?
Mia
Oh.
switched things around.
Yeah, I was like, who's missing? But
I was
nobody's
getting
missing.
ready to say the same thing. I was like, wait, that's not, things look different.
I had the lineup, so I put myself at the bottom because the first sprint thing kind of covers up the face a little. So I was like, I'll put myself down at the bottom. So it made a little shuffle.
Now I'm all the way up here. So I was able to put the music on the video, and now YouTube is processing that. And I've been working on some of the last scenes that I need for the chapters that's supposed to be before the midpoint. And once that is done, then I can write down the midpoint scene.
Nice. Anybody else?
I'm revising a chapter, so I'm almost done with this chapter. I have like a paragraph left, so I got, I guess, like a half chapter revised.
I watched an interview with one of the sister girls because she just released a memoir today.
Oh, cool.
So I watched that, and then I got about 300 and something words, I think, written.
Woohoo. How'd you do, JC?
I almost finished this article that I need to write so that I can submit it tonight. And it needs to be 1,500 words. Why, I don't know. But just try not to, it's driving me crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm so close to finishing though.
Okay. That means that we aren't gonna. We'll try not to take too long then, because that way you can get done. I want you to get done with this so you can work on your own stuff. I pulled up my document, then I went and played with Loki for a little bit, and now he's laying back down again. So yeah, that is what I did. Didn't get much done in it, so I'm not gonna try and quantify it. But I also got my snack. I'm out of pistachios, and I keep forgetting to go get some. So it's dried blueberries and pecans. So I have my snack. I have my drink now. I should be good to go. And we're going to come back up because I started a few comments so that I wouldn't miss anything. Let me make sure I got them all. And Vicky came in. Hi, Vicky. So glad that you're here. Just Eva said, I remember when sprints were 15 minutes by default and 20 were long, and most channels did random times. Yeah, I remember that too. When I first started doing sprints on Twitch, I was doing 15 minutes off, 15-minute sprints, 5-minute break, 15-minute sprint, 5-minute break, like very strictly sticking to it. But it was just me and Loki. So I'm like, that was easy because I'm super awkward when I'm by myself. So I was like, this works for me. But then I was like, 5 minutes is a long time when you're by yourself sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what to say. So yeah, we're just sitting here for 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I don't know how it was, but people seem to come. So I guess it wasn't too terrible. Then Genesis, I'm surprised you're still awake for this. I know Nick's schedule is bonkers. I totally agree. Oh yeah, because Anna did great. I felt that way too, but after watching back and seeing how absolutely awkward you were, not awkward. No, you were. No. Yeah, she did great. Honestly.
But I can't wait till I'm not limited and I can have her on my stream.
Naps work for sprints, and as Barrett will say, it counts as writing. So if you want to nap during a sprint, do it. I had a friend, my friend Ashley came on one of my sprints one time, and she was so tired. She took a nap during one of the sprints, and then she woke up and was like, oh my gosh, I have so much idea. And she just was like super productive in writing after that. So the nap did her good. So if you need a nap, I'm here for it.
Amazing.
Yeah, we were like, what? She goes, oh my gosh, that nap. And she's like, I'm still writing. We're like, go, keep going, keep going. Loki, go back to sleep. I swear, he's a lighter sleeper than I am. I thought I was a light sleeper. Shh, I'm going to make comments. I'm so sorry. Loki, I just apologized and you barked again. He thinks I'm talking to him now. Okay. Shh. I'm going to kick you out if you don't stop. All right. Jenna says, so far I'm okay with getting into sprint. My PJ is like an 8 through, like an 8 though, because I had a long morning. Today was class and meeting, and a couple of clients had to give presentation this morning. That's a lot. That is a lot, Nick.
Wow.
This is something I've debated. Yes, take a nap if you need it. No need to debate. If you want it, do it. I'm that friend who encourages you to do all the things. I'm like, is it going to harm you? Do it. As long as it's not going to harm you.
Right.
Do it. Also, you did great. Yes, totally agree. I'm totally agreeing with Nick on this one. And it was great. And Stenleyville search for validation. That's okay. That's okay. We all need that sometimes. That, like, was it okay? Yes. Trust me, you did great. I'm doing my to-do list for tomorrow. Awesome. Since I don't have to go into the office, but I've had a load of things got to do for school. Okay. Yes, that's good. Getting that to-do list done is excellent. Definitely. First time doing something is always a bit awkward. Yeah. My first time streaming, the timer wouldn't come up. I didn't know enough to know what to do. And one of the very, very young author tubers, very, very young, was like, you could just put the time on the bottom to let everybody know when to be back. I'm like, thank you. It was another author tuber who is young enough to be my child. And I was just like, oh, but also thank you. She's awesome. It was a great Fry. She's pretty cool. Yeah. Let me see. Where are we? I want to get some of these. You guys want to let us know what you're working on tonight? And do you have any goals for tonight? Or are you just taking it easy with your writing?
I want to finish this article so I can get to my stuff. That's my goal.
Jenna says, I'm still working on an article for Medium. You guys got to get these articles done. I'm feeling it for you. Not to be banished to my wait until I'm interested in my own dang work again pile of favor of shiny new ideas. Oh no. Okay. Let's get the article done. Anybody else got anything?
Working on book 3 tonight.
Yeah.
How are
you feeling? Yeah. How are you feeling about when you're going to be able to get it out?
Not feeling great, but that's okay. It'll be done when it's done, but yeah.
Are you able to take the pressure off a little bit and just be like, it's fine?
Yeah, I gave myself a backup date, like a backup release date. So I'm like, if I can get it out by then, that'd be good.
Now look, he's going to talk with your dog. So sorry. He's like my friend. Hi. Okay. Kayla is working on doing some reading and polishing tonight. All right, Loki. Savion is working on Project Journey. Yes, ready for it to be done with this draft. Yes. Oh, it's older than his YouTube channel. That's cute. But his YouTube channel is very new, so it's not that bad.
It's just the way he said it.
I know. Savion is a trip. And Anna says, I'm working on slowly falling more and more in love with the side character in my nano project, ignoring the main characters completely. I have done this, and where I start to like question, is my main character really the main character, or are you? Because I'm having a great time writing you.
You know, you can have multiple main characters. It's possible. I mean, you don't have to pick one as the main character.
I already do. That's the problem. It's like, this story's going to have 10 main characters. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's why I need to like concentrate on like 4 and no more. I try. Eva says, I just finished my task for the day, so I'm playing around with the outline for Project Arrow. I like it. Good side characters with main character energy. Yeah, sometimes our side characters do kind of just like take over. Jennifer says, apparently I have shiny new idea syndrome, so I'm working on ideas for a cozy mystery series. Yay! That's set in a vocational rehabilitation center. No wonder I've never finished anything. I feel that so much, Jennifer. The shiny new ideas get me every time, and I too have nothing finished. Well, I have 2 books that I wrote, but they are not edited at all. I typed them out just so I could look at them. It's just nice to have, but they're nowhere like the idea of going through and editing them is just like so daunting. I'm just like, no, you guys can just sit there. You're fine. Savion said, I think he's pretty firmly a side character, just everything I love. So it's hard to leave him alone. Yeah, sometimes you get to give the side characters some cool things that you're just like, I want to dive deeper into this. Eva got 672 words. That's awesome for 25 minutes. Fantastic. And yes, Anna is saying that is great. Nick says, I got into my pajamas. Yay! I looked at the notes for the new client and need to learn to leave work. Yes. Leave work at work. I think we all need to do that. I say that as a fitness instructor who spends hours and hours at home doing routine.
You work from home, can you really leave?
No, you can have your hours though. Like, this is my work time and then this is not. But I think even people who work from home have their work hours, but then sometimes they let those work hours slip into their me time hours. So, but yeah.
I'm good at leaving work at work, even if I work from home. I'm like, you're not paying me for this. Ain't happening.
Yep. Like, I'm not getting paid for this hour.
Also, I'm really good at giving my future self more problems and more things to do.
Yeah. Jolie says, I'm working on outlining the Nano project. Yes, fantastic. Glad. We love ridiculous symbolic quotes. Boy, yes. I've been looking and reading The York King by, nice, it's good, but the depiction of scoliosis is annoying. Yeah, that's not great. Maybe they should have had a sensitivity reader for that. I checked the Discord for WW stuff, didn't get to writing. Okay, that's all right. You got time. We're going to be here for a minute. That's all right. Worst case scenario. Yeah. Okay. Are we almost? No, we're not even almost there. Guys, y'all did a lot of chat. Were y'all working or chatting? Oh my goodness. I got to skip some of these because we need to jump into another sprint in 1 minute. No judgment there. I still don't do that just with my clients. Homework, other thing. Okay, cool. That's just the worst. How dare they give us more work to do? Yes, exactly. Okay, so that's the last comment. We are at the 50. And of course, yeah, feel free to chat amongst yourselves if you want to. We will be doing a write-in at the 9 o'clock hour for as long as everybody wants to stay on and do it. So maybe for a half an hour or 45 minutes. It depends on what everybody's up to. So see you guys back in 30 minutes. And you know what? I can't start it if I'm not on it. There we go. In 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday. Don't laugh at me, JC. Don't laugh at me.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
It's 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting.
We are done. Yay.
Yay, had to find my mouse. Woohoo! All right, with 2 sprints down, 1 more to go. How did you guys do? Did y'all get things done?
Yeah, I already outlined my Bitcoin and I'm past the halfway point of the outline. Finally.
I'm still in the same chapter, but I had to go back through and add some stuff. So I think it's a lot better now. So yeah.
Good. That's good.
And JC's making dinner, I think.
I think
All right,
JC's still fixing dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am still doing a rewrite. So when I edit, I have to like rewrite everything to make sure it's exactly how I want it. So I'm still in the process of doing that. I hope to do 5 chapters of or 5 episodes of rewrite this week and get everything sounding the way I want it to sound between the 2 critiques that I got back. So fingers crossed that I'm able to get this all done. It's coming along, so I'm happy. And I have my inspiration kind of mood board for the story up so that I can see it and help get in the flow of writing. So anybody else?
Tiffany?
I want to star some of the comments really quick. Okay, cool. I think I got them. Let's see. Jen writes, romance is here. Hi. She says, got half a video edited. Fantastic. Jennifer Brown says, I read about 15 pages on how to write a cozy mystery. Oh, that's good. Yay. Okay. I'm excited for you to write this cozy mystery. Nick says, changed my laundry that I completely forgot about. Started making some tea. Oh, yay, tea. I want tea now. I'm working on a new blog post. All anyone has to do is say tea, and I automatically want to look at Esther. Oh, she's showing it off. Next sprint, first 5 minutes is going to be me making tea. Like, you don't have to convince me. You just have to remind me that it exists. I'm like, yes, we'll do. And Eva wants to know from Nick, how often do you post blogs? Yes, do tell us. Savion got 556 words. Yay, that's awesome. Finished 1 scene and started another. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right. So since everyone is on a roll, I'm going to save the answers. So give everybody more time and give Esther some time because I'm already thinking of a loophole to my own would you rather. I'm sure
Esther, have a loophole.
I knew you would. I knew you would. So I can't wait to hear it. So we will save it for after the last sprint. That way we make sure we get our final sprint in. Michelle's also working on a cozy mystery too. That's fantastic. Trying to figure out how the poison got in the wine that killed the victim. Oh my gosh. I have a really kind of cool idea for how poison got into wine. If you want it, I don't want to spoil it, but if you want it, maybe message me because it depends on the time frame and who actually did the thing. So yeah,
So
I was doing some wine research one time and I was like, that is super cool. But it also depends on who the killer is. So it only works a certain way. Or doesn't.
So to answer Nick, since I'm working on the homework project, I'm drinking my spicy chai tea. It's not a latte, it's just tea.
Just a tea. Chai is my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm excited to write the cozy mystery too. Question is, will I finish this project? You know, Jennifer.
I make you a second cup.
I feel this energy. Will I finish this project? I know this feeling too well. I was thinking 1 week, but I'm already not sure what my second blog post will be about. Oh, The first being an introduction. Well, the introduction's great. So yeah, but then it's like, what do you follow it up with? So it's like, that was my great idea, which was actually a great idea. So then it's like, now what? So if you guys got some ideas of how often, put it on the cork. That's for the poison wine. Did someone say loophole? Yes, Savion. We
Yeah,
did,
we
because
did.
we love our loopholes. And it says, another good one. I'm here for it. Yes. Jolie, from Jennifer to Jolie. Sure, I called How to Write a Cozy. It's called How to Write a Cozy Mystery. It's the ultimate guide to writing modern cozy mysteries. Yes. And everybody wants to know what kind of tea Nick is having. I'll get see, when it moves, I can't read it. Let's see. It'll get a bit easier, but sometimes I just decide to ramble and call it a day. It's easy for me. All right. Oh, nice. Wants tea now. Yeah, doesn't it? It sounds amazing. And Eva says, yeah, I figured I have days to wait for inspiration to strike, then deadline mode will come help me. Are you one of those people, once the deadline's looming, you all of a sudden are like, nope, whatever it is, get it done now? Like, sometimes that deadline helps
Yeah.
motivate you to stop procrastinating, which I need deadlines in my life.
Also, thinking topics for a blog can be very hard if you don't want to cage yourself into specific topic.
Mm-hmm.
So props to bloggers.
I know. I have such a hard. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I start my newsletter. I'm just like, here are the pictures I took of Loki this week. Have fun. Bye.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I should think about my newsletter. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness. My machine, if it goes past, go up. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to read more, but dinner happened instead. Dinner is good, Essie. Yes, let dinner happen. Deadlines do help me, but the ones I put on myself rarely work. Because I feel like when we do our own deadlines, we know that we can fudge with them a little bit, which kind of is counterproductive of what the deadlines were. Like, we need someone to be expecting it, or
I mean, Eva,
to make it work.
you can write it and then read it back and decide if you want to share it or not.
Mm-hmm. Do I want to share that or that? Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
have so many rambling video vlogs that I've never posted them. I'm like, I'm just rambling. Nobody wants to hear this.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah, I
that's the
post
hardest
on
part.
Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Deciding which parts to share. Yep. All right, guys. We are at the 30, so it is time to do our last sprint. Remember, we will be doing some writing after this, so it's like chatty writing time. So you can stick around and hang out for as long as you want. And I think it's going. So I should share it. Add to stream. In 3, 2, 1, 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right, we are back from our sprint. Tracy has returned. I hope that all of the dinnering went well.
It was yummy. I realized I hadn't really eaten since earlier today, and that was like a
Oh,
bag of chips. So I'm not entirely sure you can call that food. So
it's something.
JC.
my headache is leaving, so that's good.
That's good. That is good. And we had some friends join us. Let me come back up. Sin came in and said hello. It is really late where Sin is. She's over on the other side of the pond. Welcome, welcome. I missed you, buddy. Yeah, I hope everyone is good. Thank you. And we also had Desiree came in. Hey, Desiree. She says, hey, Diana, Nick, and Jennifer. She was saying hi to all the people. Sin was saying hi. How's it going? Yes, we need to do some more reading. I've got a few things on my TBR for this month. I'm trying to keep it light, but it's really hard because I'm like, I want to read everything. So many books that came out towards the end of the summer. I'm just like, I want to read them. So I've got them and I'm ready. Let's see. I must say I'm not on top of my game all the aspects of my life. That's okay. That is okay. Things happen. Life happens. Eva says I have to head out. Wrapped up another part of this outline. Yay! That's awesome. Thanks for the sprints and chats, you all. That is awesome. Have a good evening, Eva. And everybody was saying good night. And Sin answered the would you rather, so we'll get to that in a minute. How did you guys do?
I ate dinner.
I did too.
Ooh, what you have?
Oh, lots of dinner eating going on. Yay.
I had chicken Caesar wraps. What did you have?
Ooh, breakfast. Pancakes, sausage, and scrambled eggs.
That's good. I like a good breakfast for dinner. How'd you do, Morgan?
I revised half a chapter and I ate pizza.
Excellent. And
We
Esther,
got a lot of eating going on.
I'm like, my little snack is like not cutting it now.
Sadly, I am not on the eating camp and did not eat anything. I did got another cup of tea. This time is breakfast in Paris. I got distracted with YouTube and I was helping my mom on a couple of things.
So you were busy.
Nothing writing wise, but it's just life.
Oh my goodness.
I was lifing on those 30 minutes.
Life.
Because back again, since I just got home from work, so use the sprint to set up and put on the PJs. Yay! Currently putting a new digital catalog together. So hyperlinking over, oh gosh, 600 pages.
Oh my.
Yeah. This is what JC is eating. I approve 100%. I love some breakfast. Yeah, same. I bought over 30 books in the last 3 months. Ask me how many of those I have read. 0. Oh my goodness. That's the good thing about doing scripting the book. At least every month I'm going to at least read one book because I gotta read that. Breakfast for dinner is the best. I'm glad your headache is going away. Though since you got to eat, and I hope it stays gone. Absolutely, so we can get more things done. Sin says that's a lot of hyperlinking. It sure is. Jelly says thanks everyone for the chat and this friends, but I have to run. Good to see you, Jelly. Come again. Nick said managed to start working on a video script. Awesome. I can't really script. I can give myself notes, but if I script, I'm not going to stay on script, so it doesn't do me any good. Regina says, yeah. Or Sin says, to Regina, there's space for 600 books. Yikes. Each one has their own clickable page. Oh, ouch. You can do it, Sin. Yes, and we're all like waiting for the video, Nick. See, that's the thing. Once you say it out loud, everybody wants it. So I feel like there's not really any book catalogs for the good notes on Etsy. I'm just going to make it myself. Oh my gosh, that's actually a good idea. Why don't they have that? Savion said 200 words and a Starkist chicken creation pouch. Oh, okay. I know what those are. Yeah. And it's for ADHD Awareness Month. Oh, very cool, Nick. I have to do a voiceover, so I gotta write what I gotcha, or I'll ramble, which is what I do. So yeah, that's good. Yay, ADHD for the ADHD AD awareness. That is fantastic. Okay, so I have them starred. We will go over the would you rathers. Does anybody on up here want to answer the would you rather, or do you want to go through the chat ones first before we figure out how Esther has finagled her way around this, and how I also finagled my own way around my own would you rather?
Either way.
All right, let's see what the chat had to say. Nick said, write for the rest of my life. I feel like if I could never write again, that would be more soul crushing to me and not making as much money, Yeah, I totally get that. Regina says, I'm already living the second scenario, but I love having the readership. You're doing great though, Regina. She has so many books. She's fantastic. The older I get, the more important it is to share my stories rather than make the big bucks. Gotcha. And make sure I didn't miss any. And then Jennifer has one. Jennifer says, write for the rest of my life. Money isn't why I got into this, and my work will be seen by the people that need to see it. That's a good way of thinking about it. That's all I can ask for as an author. Oh my gosh, you guys have like the sweetest answers. Regina said, someday when y'all are old, your fingers will also mess with the keys. Just oh my goodness. Eva says, I already do the middle option. I'll stick with that one. The middle option, the compromise.
Kind of like right in the middle, like not completely well known.
Yeah.
Not completely banking on a book.
Right. Somewhere in the middle. Also, Jen writes romance. Hello. Let me see. Did I get that one? Let me make sure. Oh, there was the other one. Eva said, but it's fine. I'll come up with something. Oh, this is about this is where I left off for doing the vlogs. And about the vlogs, Nick says sometimes that's the hardest part, is deciding what parts you want to share, and that's what's not going to. Too much information, like enough information, like script. Gotcha. All right. People on stage. Let me do one more. Sin says, I love writing and would usually choose to keep writing and not make much because I don't want to stop. But your girl wants to retire in general. So in my current feelings, I will choose option A. I love how the feelings do play a part in what you want to do. Like today, I feel like just give me the money so I can retire and not have to deal with anything anymore. Yeah. Just let me relax. Michelle says, my brain needs a break from murder. I'm switching to a romance project. That's hilarious. And since you can technically use voice to text, so you are not physically writing. Yeah. But I'm that person that just says the whole time. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of work. I've got to just to scratch those out and fix that. I need to learn how to do that because it would probably, if I could do it well, it would save me so much time. Yeah, Savion says I live on those creation pouches as a college student. All right. And this is from JC's book, Michelle M. Just take a leaf from JC's book and put murder into the romance too. I can agree with this also. Why not? Do it. And Savion says, I write for the rest of my life. Most of my stuff requires me to write, from teaching to publishing to even preaching. Gotcha. All right. Anybody on stage? I call it on stage. On the screen.
Write for the rest of my life.
Awesome. And why would you want to do that? Just want to write?
Because I couldn't imagine never writing, because I've always wrote, and it feels like it's just a part of who I am. So if I could never do that again, I don't think the money would be worth it.
Yeah. How about you, Tip? You got any thoughts? It's like looks like you're thinking about it.
I want to hear the loophole first.
JC,
and then I'll make decisions.
You go. Esther and I will give our loopholes. I wonder if ours are the same.
I would write for the rest of my life because writing is like breathing for me. So I could never see not writing ever again. Yeah. That would just break me.
Yeah.
I totally get that. All right, Esther, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
So my loophole, because this scenario is novel, book, fiction writing. So I'm like, I would choose one. The first one, I mean, there's no surprise.
Does it say that? I'm sorry, wait.
It's just writing. And
you said writing.
Is this writing, and it implies that it's like book writing.
Does it imply that?
That's how
it just says writing. So I would take that as any writing, like screenwriting, book writing, nonfiction writing. I would just think of all writing.
You know, no one mentions songwriting, so I wouldn't write book and I wouldn't write stories and get the money and then switch to music.
Your loophole doesn't work. That loophole doesn't work. I'm sorry.
I can do songwriting, or I can do composing, which is not writing.
Composing, yes.
It absolutely is.
Composing is not writing.
No, but songwriting is.
So I'm telling you, this is my loophole. If you guys don't see songwriting as different, then I will switch to composing.
It's not different.
Music.
But then you're still not writing.
And in order to write songs, you typically would need them composed. So either way.
So if
it's not working today.
In my mind, so let me take songwriting. Songwriting is not on the plan. I will choose the first one still, and I will do composing, music, because to me, music and writing is almost the same to me. For
but
my
you still have to write music.
But it is notes. It is instrument. It's not writing. It's not the same
song,
thing.
just the music.
Just the music.
Yeah. So she's not doing the writing part.
I know a few composers who would disagree with your statement, but okay. Like who actually compose for a living. They would disagree with that. But okay.
It is not. It is not. I mean, it's not.
I'm just saying the composers I know would disagree with that.
So why they're not labeled as writers and they're labeled as composers?
They do consider them as they consider themselves as both.
I consider them, but they are not labeled as a
but writer. I'm not a composer. I'm just saying the couple of people that know are.
You can be a writer and a composer, but someone who composes music only is not a songwriter. They are not writing the lyrics of it. They're writing the track.
This is true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You need to write the musical notes, though.
It's
so
still
you're
not
still writing the musical notes. You're still writing the musical notes.
No,
I'm sorry. How are the musical notes getting on the page? Are you not writing them?
You draw them.
You're not using letters. It's not the same thing.
All right.
I'm
not a composer, so I don't know. I just know the ones that I do know wouldn't disagree.
What are you doing?
Oh, I laid down. This feels like it's going to go for a while.
I mean, we can agree to disagree.
It's not me. I'm not a composer. I don't do that for a living.
I don't do it for a living, but I have composed, and I do see the difference.
Yeah. I study music and I know what it takes.
I study
I know
music
what it
also.
entails to
So did the
compose.
people I know that compose music. They studied it
Morgan
too.
also studied music.
Okay.
What would you?
Huh?
Would you also
But
studied music?
they only do the music, the
I would
track.
consider composing just music, because when I think composer, you're writing the music, but you're not like writing words, and writing music is not the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like what Sin says here. I would retire and use my art to tell my stories. That's a good loophole. Because this is one I thought about this one too. Because I do tell stories through some of my artwork where you don't need to write any words. But the difference is if I did a comic, the comic still has a written word, so it would literally have to be the story without any written words. My other loophole is that I like to, it says write something epic. So I could start now and keep writing this epic thing like Marvel or Brandon Sanderson. Everything is in the same epic world. So I can just literally keep writing and then just not call it retired until, okay, I'm done with this one epic thing that took me 20 years, and then I can retire because I've written all that I need to write.
That Would You Rather has a lot of loopholes, possible loopholes.
Yeah.
I see it as a creative, like if I cannot use writing, like storytelling words to express myself in my stories, then I will switch to music because to me it feels the same need that I have for creativity.
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to take option A and then hire a ghostwriter and have her write all of my outlines.
That's a
I like
great
that one
loophole.
too. I like that one too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, explain that one. Oh, wait, gotta turn the news down for a second. Hold on. Explain that one.
I'm going to write something epic that makes me a lot of money. And then I'm going to dictate my outlines, hire a ghostwriter, and have her write all the other stuff for me so that I can continue to publish. It does not say I cannot publish.
Does not say cannot publish. Does not say cannot publish.
So it's never
And
money.
I-
Like money. Okay.
Tricky.
Look, I need to read it again. Wait.
Here it goes. Write something epic that makes a lot of money.
But it says retire, so wouldn't retire mean not publishing?
Do you know how many people retire and then still have a part-time job?
True. Well, no, but they retire from the one career. They don't do that career anymore.
But okay. My aunt retired from being a teacher, and then she still worked at a daycare, so it's still working with kids.
That's a good one.
There you go.
But I couldn't do the ghostwriter thing because I need credit for my work.
If you hire a ghostwriter, it is credit for your work. I'm publishing, you're just writing. I'm giving you the outline.
Work.
Look, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It works.
Regina said, "Are you changing the rules?" No, I'm not changing. I'm reading the question and translating it literally. I'm a very literal person. But yes, I did kind of.
Yep, there you go.
Ghostwriting.
Now, in all fairness, I'm hiring all of you because I know how you write.
I'm sorry. I'm composing
we all benefit.
I'm composing music. I can do the soundtrack for your books.
There we go.
I cannot touch a written word ever again, apparently. So.
And I'm a generous publisher. I will put my name big and your name small right up under me.
I mean, at least it's there. So, you know, that counts. That works.
Yeah. Tiffany's way also works for composing, because then if Esther is just composing, even if you consider writing the notes, you can get someone else to write the notes that she has composed or played or
So this is the thing. You can just connect the keyboard to your computer and to your music program. play the piano, and the music is there and it's written.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. You're just playing the piano. Like it's just the music works for me. Like I'm like I cannot write again, then I will go to music.
And it also
Thank
works
you,
if
Regina.
I want to write a comic, I can just do the pictures and have someone else write the stories. Like, here's the artwork. Someone else put the words on there. Yeah, I'm loving the loopholes. Basically, Esther and I and Tiffany, we get the money.
Yeah. We get the money.
I get to write though for the rest of my life, so I'm good.
We get the money and get someone else to write, but still be either switching to another industry or still be adjacent to writing.
I still get to be creative. I can go take pictures.
I mean, because the writing for the rest of my life didn't say I couldn't make any money. It just says not much. What do you
much.
see? That depends on what you consider much. Because
That's true.
I'm a simple girl.
I'm a simple girl, but my much is a lot.
My much is a lot. So I'm like, I
my much isn't a lot.
When I see that makes a lot of money, and I'm like a millionaire with that. That is,
yeah. So our business will I love these. All right. You guys ready to get some work done? You can chat if you want to. I'm going to be able to read the chat up here, but I'm not going to click on everything because I want to get some more writing done. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, I can see them up here. And if anybody wants to just chatting, and I'll read your comments and I'll just speak them out loud because I won't be able to.
Explain again what we're gonna do for the people that came after the stream started, because some people will get like, what is happening?
Yeah, so now we're just going to do a write-in. It's where we can keep writing, but we can read your chat and we can comment when we want to, and you guys can chat amongst yourself or write as much as you want to. So it's up to you what you want to do, but it's not like a hard sprint that's completely silent. So we'll be quiet most of the time because I'm like going to be heavy writing, but I can see when your comments come up, so I might just respond like this without clicking on it. But I can see I got the chat up. You guys still have work to do or food to get?
Yeah.
Work. I've eaten. Work. I'm happy now.
I have to decide whose POV I'm speaking from. Although right now laying against my pillow feels really good, so I feel like maybe I shouldn't worry about whose POV.
Oh, is that a pillow right there?
Okay. Yeah, you can't see it, but
there it is.
I mean, Des, how come you're in the audience and not up here? Just wondering. Just questions.
Yeah, you can come on, Des, if you want to.
That's just, I forgot what I was about to say. Never mind.
Oh, I have a question. How much of an accent, if a person has an accent, how much of that do you write in?
Depending if the accent, if the person that uses the accent uses different words. Like, for example, English people and American people use different words. So that's a way that you can kind of do an accent written. I don't know how other ethnicities are translated accent-wise.
Anna says she tends to show it in dialect and word choice.
Yeah, so I was about to say, like, what kind of accent is it?
Southern, so it's kind of like just like that kind of like,
and then like short in some words and are you gonna like misspell things?
Yeah, and I want to know, is that okay, or should I just?
I think so.
Not do it too much.
It is.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you're writing the way a person talks, then yeah, it's okay to miss because that's how they talk.
Yeah.
And it's not a person from another country. One thing, if it was a person from another country, I would definitely get that sensitivity read because I wouldn't want it to sound offensive, but I'm Southern. So when I read she shoulda done that or something like that, then I'm like, yeah, because that's how we sound most of the time when
Right.
we're just talking to other Southern people. But I'm like, etiquette wise, does it just look like, I just don't want it to look like it's errors when it's not.
Regina said, she said, I find writing out dialects can confuse the reader, so I have one of the characters ask about the accent and let the reader imagine it in their head.
Oh,
I really like reading dialect. It's like, I don't read a lot of it, but it's like one of my favorite things to read dialect.
I will say I like to read it. I don't think I do a very good job of trying to write.
I've never written it. But
like, there's
I've only written older. Like if I'm writing something like a flashback, say like it's like 1700s South, or like England or something like that, where there are certain phrases that are said. And I think that's generally how I translate dialect. Is not so much I always, like, sometimes I will, especially if I'm writing something where it's like I have a story where someone is a slave, and so therefore it does need to be written a certain way. But like I have another one that's set in like a town in Louisiana where the words aren't necessarily written differently, but they're phrases that people might say that Southern, like one of the girls says something and someone goes, "Oh, look who went north and let the devil fork her tongue." You know, because that just sounds like something someone in the South would say, because my aunt used to say it. You know, so like that's how I tend to show dialect, more so in the phrasing than necessarily in the word lettering choice.
It's like even in Maryland, there's like, if you go northern Maryland, there's a completely different way that they talk than southern Maryland. In Baltimore, they say Doug, like "What up, Doug," which is so annoying. But we don't say that here in PG County. It's just like,
come on now.
I remember when I went to Morgan
That is something I can imagine. What up, Doug?
University, and heard them start talking like, "What up, Doug?" I was like, "Doug? Where's Doug? Doug?" I thought they were talking about something. I was 19, and I had only been in Southern Maryland, not Northern Maryland. I didn't know that they talk different. I was like, we in the same state. Why are we talking?
But I don't think it does, because like if you read the series Outlander, she uses a lot of like Scottish words. Like to the point I almost felt like I needed a dictionary.
I think a good mixture of context clues and just deciding when in dialogue will be the best to use, like slangs and change of grammar and things like that. Not overly, so you don't really boggle down the reading, but also readers are smart. Don't like.
Right. Yeah. Good night, Nick.
Good night,
especially like a country accent or a southern accent. I think most people would understand how to read a southern accent.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be probably one of the easiest ones.
So if I just did it lightly, I feel like if I do it just enough that people like can hear it and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is," but I don't need to over exaggerate it. Because then I feel like if I do a couple of little ones, they'll catch how he sounds with the other words.
Yeah.
Did you just realize you need an accent, JC?
I just realized that I did something wrong in my own book. Because I just realized that my character lives in the northern part of Maryland, and she does not talk like that. But, I mean, well, okay. I can make her talk properly. Like I want her to talk.
I'm from Baltimore, and I would have a hard time writing a character from Baltimore because they talk. When I go up there, I literally feel like
it's like another language. It really is.
They would always tell me, when my cousin's always like, "Oh my gosh, Nia, you sound so country," and I'm like, No, I
And then
don't.
you go to DC, and it's also
And
different.
I'm like, you don't know what country sounds like, but they speak so differently that they just think I sound. They're like always, oh my gosh, our cute little cousin from the South, you sound so country. I'm like, but I don't.
And it's different in DC too.
Condescending.
We were
I
children.
mean, well, at least you don't get accused of sounding different because you don't speak enough slang words.
Oh yeah, I get that.
I mean,
Talk properly. What's wrong with the way you talk?
I get so many
Sorry.
countries before getting any Hispanic country, so I get what you mean. Like I'd be like, are you like from like they hear me talk, they're not seeing me, and they're like, are you from Romania? Somewhere very far away, and I'm like, not even close.
Like,
Hold up,
wow.
Romania? Where they get
Yeah.
Romania
You're
from?
not anything like you're from Romania.
I'm like seriously, my accent is not a static European accent. Like, no, I don't sound like that. But
People hear what they hear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, bless you. What's my
Oh,
dog?
Regina, that's funny. Regina says that she seems to have picked up a lot of grammar from her Southern mother and from their editor. Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
It's okay. Usually, people always ask me where I'm from because I have almost lack of accent because I've grown up on military bases. And it's a kind of bad thing, but if I'm around a particular group of people for a long time, I start to pick that up, not on purpose, by accident. And I have to, like, I'll catch myself, like, "Ooh, don't do that," because we're talking. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, I don't really have this accent that my friends. So I have to, like, "Ooh, don't do that, don't do that." But I think that's from growing up on military bases where you hear so many different accents and people coming literally from all over the country and then all over the world because people will marry internationally so much. So, yeah. But I'm mostly from the South, so it's the fastest thing I pick up when I'm around Southern people. I really get a Southern accent really bad.
I pick up all accents, which is embarrassing.
When you realize you're doing it, aren't you like, oh my gosh?
Like, oh, I'm not mocking you. It just happens.
It really just happens. Like, I'm
Like,
so
I
sorry.
swear, I'm
You
not
guys
making
are
fun of you. I promise.
I'm driving with you and I'm comfortable with you. I promise.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
There's an interview
Well,
with
so if you were an actor, Morgan, you would be considered a method actor,
Possibly.
where you pick up things from people around you and kind of get into character. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I do that naturally. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't pick up accents in English. But Lord Jesus, do I lose my Puerto Rican accent like this if I'm in another Spanish speaking country? Like in a day and a half, I'm not Puerto Rican anymore. So it's just like completely gone. It's ridiculous. It's like
Savion said, his southern accent comes and goes, and if it comes somewhat quick. Hold up. Oh, I can't. Words.
here
Yeah,
and
you
there.
got that.
I had
I
to
go down
think
to Alabama to see my
the
family.
pronunciation because that's one of the words that are really hard for me to say. So I'm like, how? And yes, Anna, it is horrible when you're like, hey, I'm from Puerto Rico, and immediately they are like, oh, how do you got your green card? And I'm like, Jesus, Lord, take the wheel.
I feel like maybe they didn't teach us this, and they taught us about territories, but did they not explain to us that if they're part of our territories, they're Americans?
There it is.
It was explained to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it was, but I don't understand how so many people have missed this.
I don't know because
Maybe they weren't paying attention in class.
I've been asked by a variety of ages of people, and I'm like, Google it. Just Google it. Yeah.
Like Google will tell you everything you want to know.
Yeah.
Don't ask me no stupid questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like I had a situation when someone was like telling me that they can go to Mexico because they don't speak their language, and I'm like, they don't speak Mexican. That's the word they use. And I turn around and be like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to go either because I don't speak Mexican, but I do speak Spanish. And they were like, oh, sorry. Yeah. Because ethnicity and language are not the same thing.
That think Southern is an actual language.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what assuming does, right? That's one of my favorite sayings. You know, assuming.
You know, one time I didn't want to use that word. I didn't want to use assuming because I was like, oh no, if I use the word assuming,
it makes a out of you, not me.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, it's the right word though, but
the person completely got it when I immediately said I don't speak Mexican, but I do speak Spanish. And they were like,
whoops.
It down on them when I saw the face, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, good. I hope they were embarrassed.
Oh, yeah, because I did it. It was lunchtime, and they say that in front of a lot of people, and I replied back in front of the same people. So they got embarrassed in front of people. And I'm like, if you're very loud and ignorant, I'm going to correct you very loud, too.
Yeah.
As you should.
That ain't cool. Like, just say you don't know what language they speak. Call it a day. Me.
Oh, that's cool, Michelle. Michelle lived in Australia.
Yeah.
Savion, I'm not sure what you mean.
Michelle says that she lived in Australia. But hang on. She says that when they got back from Australia, her grandparents couldn't understand her. She pick up the accent.
And they do change a lot of words too.
Mm-hmm.
I need a breakdown from Savion. I know what KJV means.
I
know what KJV means. I don't know what ESV means. I'm like, wait.
I think it's the
English Standard Version.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, okay.
It's Bibles.
Okay, English Standard Version.
Yeah, English Standard Version.
Yeah. I was like, isn't that
Good night,
Bible?
Regina.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't know why for a second I thought that was international, and I'm like, no, that's not. It's been a long time.
Sin says that her first English was a mix of Australian and British because the English teacher demanded the accent. Yeah. Man, they both were like, you're going to do this accent. Make it happen. Make it so. All right. And then Savion's giving you those. Yeah, English Standard. Yep. All right. I got to find my place on this.
Got it now, Savion.
You can't help it that the YouTube chat is behind us.
What's wrong with the cuss words? ESV.
But is it really cuss words when they're telling you about the bone of an ass and not just necessarily calling somebody an ass?
It's a cuss word because, like, when the pastor says it on the pulpit and you're like, he just said a word.
Yeah.
I know it's in the Bible, but.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember those days.
There's lots of things in the Bible that make me go,
I know, but that word makes people go.
I'd be like, really? Okay. Like, yes, really.
What was the book? I was reading one book of the Bible. It's the one with all the begots. You know, like Charles begot Susan, begot Jill, begot John, begot like all these different people. And I was talking to my minister uncle, and I was asking him about it because I was like, "There's so many begots. Like, how? It's just a whole book of begots. Like, what were they doing? Like, everybody's just like begotten all over the place." And my uncle turned around and looked at me and goes, "Well, there wasn't a lot to do, so I think they had a lot of sex." And I was like,
That one chapter, I
"Thank you,
don't
my
remember
minister
which book
uncle."
it was in. I don't remember which book it was in, but it was talking about how it was breaking down each person's descendants, and so had X amount of descendants, and they and I was like, and it just the list just kept going on, and I'm like, dang, that's a lot of
There's a lot in the Bible. Like it's the Genesis, then there's the one where Jesus, the line of Jesus, and then it's
I
the
want
other
to say it
one.
was in Nehemiah. Was it in Nehemiah?
I feel like it's Numbers
It
is
was.
the one
Oh,
I'm talking
yes,
about.
yes, it's Numbers. That's
Mhm.
exactly it. And it was just like because Genesis is like the so and so begat so and so, but Numbers is like the and so had so certain amount of descendants, and sometimes they got up in the hundreds, and I'm like, dang, that's a lot of descendants. Like, Lord,
I always feel like
I
if
was,
you could,
I was doing a lot.
if you could trace your history back to the Bible, you could find your way all the way to Adam and Eve. Just because the Bible has such a long list of who had who.
Right.
I always wonder, how do you go back to Adam and Eve when the flood happened? So don't we actually go back to Noah? And
But
his,
Noah was begot by
Wasn't Noah
somebody.
a descendant of somebody who was a descendant of Adam and Eve? Like,
but that's all erased now because we don't know who.
but it's not erased.
It's not
I
erased.
mean,
It's still
he's
in
still a
there.
descendant of them.
Yeah.
They dead. They dead now, but he's still their descendant.
Like, still.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, says Noah. I assume he's dead.
If he's not,
I don't know. I was doing my genealogy, and for a very long time, I thought that my great grandfather was a time traveler.
I thought you were gonna say Noah.
No, I couldn't. Like, my aunt was like, I remember when he died. She's like, because they were living at the house with us. Because, like, I guess him and my great grandmother had gotten sick, and so my great grandmother went down there and brought him back up because they were, in Tennessee, Mississippi, and brought him back up. And like my aunt was a little girl. She's like, I remember getting him water. She's like, I remember him going into the hospital. She's like, I remember them telling me he died. I was like, I can't find a death certificate. I found one for his wife, and she was like,
is he really dead?
I remember not seeing him anymore. And then I was looking through like the census reports, and like he was there in 1910, missing in 1920 and 1930, but then he showed up in 1940, and I was like, what you doing, brother?
What would y'all do if y'all found out a family member y'all thought had died a long time ago fake their death? Like, personally, what would you do? Like,
do they have to fake their death?
How
Yes.
close they are. How close of a family member they are.
Yeah.
Someone you were
Because, like, I
close
have an uncle that went missing, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was still alive.
I mean, if it's my nuclear family, will be hurt.
It's hypothetical, but okay.
But
my father has an older brother that he was in Vietnam, I think it was. He was in one of the wars. He was in Vietnam. He came back. He settled down, got married. He always had problems afterwards, and then he joined a cult, and then he went to California, and then nobody has ever heard from him since.
I like how you glossed over that.
I know. We're in the boat.
Like, wait, but she said it so casually, like she didn't say anything that was
I
off.
mean, at this point,
That's how my
you
family says
probably
it.
know someone who is in a cult
Literally,
or was
that
in a
is how
cult. You just
I've
don't really
grown
know
up
it.
hearing it. That is literally how I've grown up hearing it. That he went to he went to the war, he came back, he got married, he joined a cult, went to California, and we don't know where he's at.
Oh my.
I said, he probably is still out there somewhere. I mean, well,
So
how
he
long?
could, like, my father's tried to find out if he could find a death certificate or something, because, like, he's like, it's my older brother. He's like, I don't remember him that well, but he would like to know if he is alive or if he's not. But yeah,
Does he have a social security number?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm about to say, I think that.
I'm sure he has
Not
one,
anybody.
but I don't think my father has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To,
JC, you
know,
want to repeat what it is so that Savion's confused?
Oh, I think I know he.
I'm not sure because we kind of touched on a couple of different things. I don't know when he cut out.
I think he wants to know what we're
because
talking
Savion
about
said,
right
"What
now."
did I come back to?" JC
Yeah.
asked, "What would you do if you found out?"
What would you do if you found out a relative of yours, someone you were close to, that you just hadn't just vanished, that you ain't heard from in a long time, fake like that you thought was dead, fake their death. I'm sorry.
And I accidentally asked, "Does it have to be that they faked their death?" Because I have an uncle who disappeared.
Into a
Which
cult.
then led to why he disappeared, because he joined a cult in California.
He may not have done anything to fake his death per se, but if he disappeared without telling anyone, he knew eventually someone would assume he was dead. I mean, usually if you go missing for X amount of years, the assumption, they stop looking for you after a certain point because they assume you're dead.
I mean, he divorced his wife first.
I mean,
you left that part out. You left it out.
I haven't seen my father.
I mean, you missing details, Tiffany. Anna said Scary Teresa would be a great cult leader.
Yeah.
Oh, let me help you out. Regular Tiffany would be a great cult leader too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm going to concur with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Savion said he cut out on the church cussing combo. Oh, so you didn't hear us talking about so and so begat so and so, and how somebody had X amount of descendants, and how Noah, was descended from Adam and Eve, except for Adam and Eve died because the flood killed them.
I feel like Adam and Eve.
Morgan put it. I'm sorry.
That's not how Morgan put it.
I was trying to sum it up. I did badly. I'm sorry.
That's what it was. That's it.
So she was saying, why don't we start from Noah?
I mean,
everybody else, like.
Okay, what about like Noah's?
Noah's
his wives. What if we descended from one of Noah's wives?
Yeah,
one of Noah's kids' wives. Who was his? Who begat them?
Somebody that was descendant of Adam and Eve. Whoever begat them will still begat from someone else who will still begat from Adam and Eve.
But I get what she's saying, though, because if you do read through the Bible, it does seem to go through the male lineage more so than the female lineage.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
And so if it were like a female,
even though technically Adam's form
Noah's sons, like it is very possible we would not know.
So my question is, like, are we cool with the knowledge that probably siblings and first cousins?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are these people?
I've had that conversation myself because I was like, Adam and Eve are the only two folks, and then they had two sons.
Esther, what'd you say again?
So I was just asking, are we cool with the knowledge that siblings and first cousins got together? Because
I mean, if you watch Game of Thrones, then it's not shocking for you. I mean,
you're not wrong. Yeah.
Imp Hugger, I do agree that Tiffany Cult would be a lot of cooking and writing, but there'd probably be some crazy stuff too. I'm a little wild.
And kidnapping. Those are her branding.
Yeah.
Cooking, writing, and kidnapping.
Savion, my thought process was that even if the flood washed whoever came before Noah away, that doesn't change the fact that he's still descended from them. Like I I'm descended from my grandmother. Just because she's dead, it doesn't mean I'm not descended from her.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
meant like
I
the
don't
other.
know if I'd have kidnapping in my cult.
Oh,
What?
wait. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Now this is how we are backstage, really. Like, what?
Well, because Esther said right before y'all started talking about the descendants that there would probably be kidnapping in my cult, and I had to think about it. I was like, would there be? Because if
I mean,
there
it's
were,
a cult, yeah.
people like the FBI and
Well,
everybody coming
maybe
after
not
you.
so much
It could be
physical
the
kidnapping, but
introduction to the
brainwashing.
Scary Teresa code.
But brainwashing. A lot of brainwashing.
So
If we
there
would
might be
just
some
cook,
brainwashing. I
no,
can see
Tiffany
that.
would just cook, and she'd be like, "I didn't do anything, officer. These people."
Fabian said, "Where's the link?"
Stayed.
He needs to clear some
You know
stuff
what? It
up.
would probably be. Have y'all ever watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer? There's this great episode with what's the Three's Company guy?
John Ritter.
John
And
John
he
Ritter.
plays this robot. But he bakes these cookies and he cooks a lot. And like the cookies have like
What
this
show is this?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And it
Oh.
has this like melatonin or something in there.
Yes.
So it calms everybody down. So
Yeah.
like at one point, like one of them was like all hyped up to like go fight the bad guy, and then all of a sudden he eats the cookies, like, calm down, little buddy. Everything's gonna be great. And so that would probably be part of my cult. Yeah, there would be cookies with stuff in
Yeah,
there.
I don't think I will be able to be in your cult because I hate those episodes. I was like, can we get rid of this? Man,
Yeah, we'd have some fun.
I just. So now we know Esther is.
I would not
always
get my
Tiffany's
cult members by kidnapping them and
Cult of Tiffany.
Tugger. I would, like, you know,
She'd be like the
passionately convince them to come with me.
She would brainwash them.
She'd be baking cookies and bread.
You would lure them with the cooking.
I
She
would,
lure
yeah.
them.
I would lure them with the bacon.
She'd have
and
a
then once
bake
you were
sale.
there,
I mean, she would get me with the bread. Like bread. There's bread. I want bread. Fresh bread? Yes.
think of it as a combination between Martha Stewart and the witch in Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah. That's
They're gonna eat people?
No, I'm not gonna eat people. But you know how she lures the kids with the candy.
Like that's a whole like those are two different extremes.
I thought the same thing, Morgan. I'm like, I don't think that's the combination she really
In
wants.
this cult.
I was thinking of how she lures the people with the kids
To
with the
eat
candy.
them.
To eat them. I mean, she really doesn't lure them, and her house is made out of candy. And that does the luring, and then she eats.
Oh, I can have a house made out of popcorn.
See, she's leaning more.
Then you would eat the house. Because you can't resist popcorn.
Or the
can
people
have
to make
more
more
inside.
popcorn to make more house.
That's why she's kidnapping them, to make more.
But then when you're on your last thing of popcorn, your last resort would be the house of popcorn.
Well, by then we'd have a bigger house of cookies.
A gingerbread house? Or a chocolate chip house?
You know what's funny? I've actually never had gingerbread.
Really?
No.
You bake cookies and you haven't had gingerbread?
I know, I've never made gingerbread. I always think to make it, and then I forget to actually buy all the ingredients and actually make it. But every holiday season, I'm like, I should try gingerbread.
I really like gingerbread.
I should make
Only once a year.
gingerbread, and then I don't.
I do that too.
Said popcorn is the only reason she goes to the movies. Nachos is the only reason I go to the movies.
I'm here
I
for
get
that.
all of the things when I go to the movies.
Yeah.
Nachos and popcorn?
I get popcorn, I get a hot dog, I get pretzel, and I get nachos. Did I say nachos?
So you eat lunch
I
and
spend
dinner
like
at the movies.
$75.
Yeah. It's like you get 3 things.
If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna eat all of the snacks.
She's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy it all.
I can see Morgan entering in the movie theater, just dropping money.
These days, you kind of have like if you're going to the movies, making an experience.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Okay, But Sin, like, do you get the popcorn where you get like the big jumbo bucket so that you get all the popcorn, and then I'm not gonna say this is what me and my family do, but it might be you have a bag in your purse and like you pour the popcorn into the bag and you seal that up and then you go back and you get the refill before you leave so that you can have the 2 popcorns when you get home.
Hold up, I didn't even know. Well, then again, I don't eat the popcorn.
Yes, you pay more.
So I didn't know you could do that.
You pay
I'm not
more
saying
for
that
the-
you can.
the
Like I
right-
said, I didn't say that's what me and my family do. I'm just
Yeah, you
saying
pay more
some people
for the
might.
refillable thing, but then you just kind of like make sure you get your money's worth.
I'm not gonna say that I don't take a bag full of snacks into the movie theater because I take candy. I bring my own soda. The only thing I ever get at the movie theater is the nachos, because
and I get
I get the popcorn. I do bring my own soda. Now, my dad has a cousin who brings buckets of chicken.
Whoa! Hold up, bucket of what? Buckets of chicken.
Like she's literally brought a bucket of chicken.
Like KFC.
Not even in her purse. She just walked in with the bucket of chicken in the bag.
Oh, y'all have a very lenient movie theater.
Wow. You know what I think it is? I think if you're the kind of person that would walk in with 2 buckets of chicken like that, they're not going to mess with you. They're not going to mess with you. They're going to be like, you know what?
Let her do her.
Let her go. We don't want the smoke that's going to come our way. Let's just let that go.
Yeah,
Dang.
there used to be a movie theater in one of the malls. There used to be a movie theater in one of the malls. I don't think it's still there. It could be. And like her and her sister would go to the movie theaters and they would bring their own lunch. So sometimes they'd bring pizza, sometimes they'd bring chicken, sometimes they would bring sandwiches, sometimes they would actually get the popcorn. But yeah, sometimes they would stop in the food court and get something to eat and then bring it in.
Well, sad thing, there's no here we don't have the glorious thing about refilling popcorn bags or pockets. It's like you bought the bag and that's what you get.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's no refillable popcorn here.
Oh, that's cool. But no, I was talking about Sin. She knows somebody at the theater, so she gets the popcorn for free.
Oh.
That's always the best.
It helps to have people in high places.
Yeah, when I used to work at the movie theaters, I would just go and then go through the bag and be like, hey, do you have a bag that you're not using that you can give me popcorn? Because believe me, a lot of popcorn is thrown out every night.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
But sometimes they give it out to customers at the end of the night. At least at my movie theater. I'm like, can I have that bag of popcorn? And they're like, sure. It's going in the trash anyway. Have it.
And if someone messed up and they made fresh popcorn like right before we closed, we would put on a different bag and seal it for the next morning.
Oh,
We used to, when I worked in the mall,
too.
We would go get like the big bucket of popcorn and we would keep the bucket under the cash register. Mm-hmm. So whenever we just felt like more popcorn, we would go down there and get free refills until the bucket started looking bad and then we'd buy a new bucket.
I remember like the machines had a space between the machine and the clear division thing, and like you put in like popcorn doesn't really go there. So sometimes if you're like need to snack throughout your shift, you will put a little bit on that corner and then everyone will pass and just grab a little bit of popcorn. And once it's done, you put a little bit more.
Ooh, sweet and salty.
Salty.
Good kettle corn.
Well, I love kettle corn. Oh my gosh.
Salty.
I hate kettle corn.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I love Anna. I'm team salty in life and in popcorn.
Yeah.
I relate.
I mean, if I have to choose, I probably would choose salty over sweet. But yeah. I am a both. Sweet and salty. Kettle corn all day, every day.
Yeah. If I can't have sweet and salty, I'll have sweet or salty with butter. But I don't want sweet without I don't want sweet without the salt. Not on my popcorn.
Salt and buttery.
I'm just surprised y'all to know I would pick salty over sweet.
Yeah, for popcorn, yeah.
Really? I was like, no, I don't feel like it would.
Yeah, I would pick salty over sweet for popcorn because I want my popcorn. If it's
Oh, I
sweet,
thought we were talking about in general, like snacks in general.
Oh.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's
Oh,
hard.
snacks in general, that might surprise me that you'd pick salty versus sweet.
I'm a chips and dip kind of girl, so that's salty.
Oh, I do love a good
But I
chicken.
like
And then sunflower seeds is also salty.
yeah.
So
I do love a good chicken.
I like homemade sweets too much. I don't know if I could give up my homemade sweets.
See, I'm trying to think because my caramel corn is really sweet, but it's also a little salty.
I would like that.
like what kind of salty? Like a little dash of sea salt salty or like heavy regular salt salty? Because there's
Sea
a
salt
difference in
salty.
salt.
It's
Okay.
caramel. You have to do sea salt.
Hey, I don't. You'd be surprised.
Oh,
what some
well, I
people
mean, there's
consider
still because you put regular salt in the mix, but I
Yeah.
do sprinkle sea salt on it when it's done.
Yeah, I will say.
There are some people who will sprinkle just regular salt, and I'm like, no, it needs to be sea salt. Thank you.
I will say sweet because I cannot give up chocolate.
I do love chocolate,
I'm like,
but I love chips
right
and dip.
here, there is a pretty big Nutella, and it's almost done. And yes, it's just a
But isn't
spoon.
Nutella hazelnut, not chocolate?
I thought it was a blend.
I don't know. I've never
had it, but I thought it was a blend.
I've had it. I just don't care for it. But I always
I
thought it
still
was just
think of it
plain
as
hazelnut.
chocolate because it's hazelnut spread with cocoa.
Okay.
I don't know. I maybe
and
could give up chocolate.
If it's not this, it's just a bunch of like Snickers and Crunch and M&Ms and just chocolate upon chocolate and brownies. I think
I think I maybe could give up chocolate. I could not give up ice cream. Ice cream is my Achilles heel.
Yeah, I don't think
that's why I don't keep it in my house.
I can give up ice cream. I would miss it.
No,
but
I love a good ice cream.
No, I need ice cream and cake.
The only ice cream that I
couldn't give up
eat
cake.
is chocolate ice cream. So, just I'm going back to the same thing.
You said you only eat chocolate ice cream?
Yeah.
Like the chocolate ice cream from back in the day when you were kids? Chocolate ice cream?
Any chocolate ice cream. Like it could be like the trashy one that is from the machine.
I just asked because I know there's a difference between like that kind of chocolate and like a Godiva kind of chocolate ice cream.
I will eat it all. JC, I will eat it all.
Godiva is amazing.
I will eat it all. It's chocolate, I'm there. So
I'm not a huge pistachios girl. I don't mind a nut in my ice cream, but
I don't mind
it. Pistachios.
My daughter swears by the pistachio ice cream.
I thought I would hate pistachio ice cream until I had it.
Macaroons, you name it. If it's pistachio, she's going for it.
It's actually kind of good. I mean, it wouldn't be my regular, but it's not bad.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're past our time. I actually got a whole another page done.
I got nothing done.
There's one part I'm still doing, but
I wrote a couple of sentences.
I looked at a couple of sentences.
I'm almost at 2,000 words for the day.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I need like 13 words. And I don't think I can write, these are my 13 words.
Well, we tried that last night. And you still wrote more than what you needed.
I did.
You did.
Well, because I had to write an actual sentence.
Yes.
I only need 6 words. Just seemed like it was just not a good idea.
It was only 5 words though.
Well, that's also why.
Yay!
Awesome. And Anna got more words.
Here.
I was distracted by the chat.
I'm
Oops.
like, I've been chatting, but I've been working too.
Yeah, that's how I've been doing. I've been doing more copy based on things that I don't have to edit, so that saves me time on typing.
Like there's a couple of topics that I decided not to partake, so I can like do a little bit of plotting.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. 150 of those hyperlinks. So we're going to tick off
Nice.
that dollar piece by piece.
Good job.
All right.
Nice.
Yay. I feel accomplished. I feel like I got a lot done. So let's go ahead and do outros. And we're positioned in a way that we can start with Esther and swing it around, and I will wrap it up. So thank you guys in the chat for hanging out with us. I hope that y'all like the write-in. This is literally what we do backstage. So you guys got a glimpse of how we work. We do get work done. JC usually gets more work done than this.
I think it's because I know that the chat is here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
we do. Go ahead, Esther. Take it away.
to close it up, I'm Esther Maria Duar. Channel is the same name. I do writing blogs and some chatty videos, and I have a story called Marina the Vampire available through Kindle, Vella, Coffee, and Patreon. Take it away, Morgan.
Hello, my name is Morgan Lee. I have a channel where I do live productivity sprints every Monday at 8 a.m. Central Time. I have one book out so far, which is the first in a dark fantasy trilogy. The rest of that trilogy will be released later this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. I have a newsletter. You can sign up for that. And that's about it. Tiffany.
Hello, I'm Tiffany, TLRS Lifestyle and all the interwebs. I have a YouTube channel. Come subscribe, come hang out with us. We do PJs and Scribbles on Thursdays. And then I have a novella called Come Find Her. You can head over there to read it, or if you don't want to read it there, you can read it on my Ko-fi page by joining my book club. And I haven't started the cult yet, but when I do, I'll let you guys know.
Hi, I'm Author. Ooh, I hear an echo. I hear me. I hear, oh gosh, I don't even know what else. Hi, I'm author JC Carpenter. I'm a self-published author of 2 books. I have a blog, online magazine, online store, and a Ko-fi page. I stream Wednesdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow. And I do videos. I do lots of things. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm Nora. You're here on my channel. Thank you guys for coming and hang out with us and get some sleep. Yes, it is like 4 in the morning over there or something. Get some rest. You earned it. You're going to tick your way through those and get them all hyperlinked. That's going to happen. You're going to do great. So thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the write-in portion of the Writing Sprints stream. We'll do it again next week. And of course, tomorrow we'll be back with JC. I'm writing all kinds of things. And if I get the first 5 chapters of this Vella story done to the way I like it, I will make an announcement and let you guys know when you can expect it. So stay tuned. And thank you all so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Loki slept the whole time. So sorry, no Loki appearance, but check out JC's stream tomorrow. Loki really likes JC. They have a footstool in common. I think sometimes he sits on the footstool just for JC.
Oh,
I think so. So we're going to say bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.